forward to the competition. Copeland Trophy winner from the Collingwood Football Club, Travis Cloke. Thanks for coming in, mates. Did Melbourne give you guys a bit of a scare today in the first half?
Yeah, exactly. That first half, they're pretty close to knocking us off, but the boys did pretty well in that late in the second quarter to come through and kick a few goals late in the second half.
What is going on with your starts? You're on some sort of go slow strikes thing. I mean, you're not starting till quarter time.
Exactly. The last 2 weeks we've been pretty slow, and we did talk about it, and we spoke about the issue, but...
What did you talk about and think, oh, that was good, let's do that again?
Yeah, do it again 1 week at a time, but they knocked us off again in that first quarter, and they did again early in the second, but yeah, we did all right to come through late in the game.
Was Anthony Rocca ever going to play today? I was intrigued by Mick Malthouse's comments that the team should be named later and maybe Anthony will play.
Yeah, Mick plays a few mind games, but there was actually a chance he was going to play, but I think late afternoon yesterday we decided he's going to play in the VFL, and I think he did all right down at Skilled Stadium today, so hopefully Thursday or the week after he plays again for us.
You really think he might have played today?
I thought he was going to. He looked really good during the week at training, and I thought it's the best he's moved in probably a few years, so looking forward to having him back.
Hey, Trev, the role of a forward now, it's not about just taking a big grab and kicking goals, is it? I mean, how much emphasis is on it now for the defensive game coming out of the back line at the forward line as well?
Exactly. A lot of clubs now talking about your whole forward pressure and having so many tackles in the forward half, so I think that's the key now. If you've got a lot of small midfielders in there, they're going to play in the forward half, they're going to be able to do the tackling, and that's let us big blokes take the big mark.
You almost like you let the defender get the ball just so you can tackle him to get the
exactly, just get the little DLs and the tackle. We should do that actually.
Now, what about you, mate? Your form's good. You're a Copeland Trophy winner, but I worry about your warm up. I worry about what you do before the game and how it affects people around you. This is actually from last year, all right? Though yours. Dale Thomas is trying to relax, and something's happened here, and I believe you. I mean, you're sharing an iPod, but really, he's not happy. And you've put him off. I mean, is that all right, I'm going to get this down. Is that how you clear room in the forward line?
Give me a bit of space and I'll just let it drop and everyone hopefully clear out for us.
Great effort though, he didn't get up and leave, he sat there and took it.
Exactly, he did sit there, he told us, gee, that wasn't the greatest smelling thing, but then he pulled the top
Must
up.
Must have been a good tune.
You've been the media man this week, the media mogul. I saw a really great piece in The Age today. You've done a great interview there, and Jared Healy, I guess, had a critique of your game and your role in the side, etc. Something I'd love to ask you, I think it's a fascinating question about Collingwood, is who is your number one player in your mind?
It's a great thing. Like a lot of clubs have your superstar players. We probably don't have one, but obviously like, we've got Alan Didak, who is a superstar player, but probably doesn't play week in, week out to his full capability. But that's probably the greatest thing about us. We don't have that superstar player, I guess.
You don't think it's better to have, the big Jonathan Brown or...
Well, it'd be great to have Brandy. It'd be fantastic on our forward.
I don't doubt that.
But no, I don't really know. We had Bucks a few years ago, and we had Clement and Lacura and Holland. They were really great players for us, and they've moved on now because of age. And hopefully that's probably the younger players, Pendlebury, Thomas, maybe myself, he's sure to step up now to really take on the reins.
You all seem like very close down there at Collingwood. Your brother plays at Carlton, Cameron. There was a little bit of non-closeness going on at the start of the year when there was, in a practice game, him and Sutanto Halp and the Irishman had a bit of a Barney.
Changed a few fisticuffs there, but it's a bit unusual to see on a football ground between two teams.
Yeah, how did you feel about that?
Yeah, I was on the plane on the way to Perth for our Pracky match and had a few missed calls and text messages from the family going, gee, you wouldn't believe what just happened back here, and got off the plane, gave Cam a call, and he's just filled us in the information and what actually happened. But yeah, personally, I was quite disappointed.
Has it never happened at home between you and him, though? I'm sure he's given you a kick up the backside before.
That's the thing. I don't think I've kicked him up the backside before. I missed out on that one, so hopefully get home and give him one just for a bit of fun now.
Hey, tell us about what's going on with the Collingwood cheer squad. Can you just confirm or deny this for me? So the cheer squad, all the positions were made vacant, and then the cheer squad were asked to reapply for their position. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I hear, but I think it's pretty much the same cheer squad, so I'm not too sure what went on there. So.
And is it true they had to pass a membership test?
Probably did.
No, because I've got it here. Pretty tough. You've got to get that in it.
No, it doesn't fit.
There's only... Which explains why there's currently only 2 members in the Collingwood cheer squad, because it's pretty tough. Have a go. Might need 4 or 5 minutes to work that out. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, Tool of the Week, and Travis Cloke is sticking around.
the game. And Trav, the Hawks and Geelong, who do you see as the bigger threat?
Probably Hawthorn. We've knocked Geelong off a few times. They did knock us off in the grand final in the NAB Cup, but probably Hawthorn. They're pretty structured at the moment.
Stirring
we
the
go.
pot before you play them next
Yeah,
week.
got them on Thursday night, so it could be interesting.
All right, that is indeed the correct number.
That must have brought back memories for you, though, Trav, Tool of the Week, because you won it last year.
I've won a few times, actually. Got two sitting nicely next to my Copeland at home. So.
And you get sick of the same old cliches that you hear from footballers every week, but last year you gave us an analogy that will go down in history, one of the best.
Adelaide had come out and said it's going to be a low-scoring game, so they're pretty straight to the word. They don't talk a lot of smoke and shadows behind the windows.
Please explain.
I can't.
That was 15 analogies in one.
Well, you chucked them in a blender.
I just poured it out, and whatever came out of my mouth came out. So.
Made perfect sense to me, Trav. Trav's sticking around. More to come after this. Watch it with the footy record.
The footy record, the game's best ringer running around at the moment. Adam Cooney on the front.
Travis, is it true that there was an incident with a horse and Eddie Maguire the day you signed with Collingwood?
Yeah, we're all sitting around. We had Mick, Eddie.
home.
We're all sitting around in the living room at home, and the horses just pushed the door across and just wandered in through past the kitchen table and up next to Mick and Eddie, and stood there and looked at them and just walked onto the table, grabbed a little bit of fruit off the table, and did a little bit of walk around and straight back out again.
Is it true it started drinking out of the fridge straight from the container?
Picked it up straight down the
That
hat.
is amazing. That is
wild.
incredible situation for a horse to do that. That is unbelievable. Incredible thing for a horse to do that.